I don't think that picture's come out too bad. Oh my god. Excuse me. Oh wow. Cool, more tired than I thought. Hi everyone, and happy bank holiday, as it will be tomorrow. How are you all doing? Have we been enjoying the sun? Has got a bit chilly this evening. It's come a bit overcast. I'm here trying to attempt something that I really love. I love risotto. Okay, I really love risotto. And it actually is something I've never actually given it a go. So, apparently I've always been told it's really easy. It's all about, you just got to make sure that consistency, it just don't look like soup on a plate. You can join me while I give this a bash. If you could actually let me know how this is streaming, because from my end, this picture looks really good. But when I tend to load my videos, the picture looks absolutely terrible. So I do apologise for that, as I'm on the laptop today. So all I've got at the moment, I've just got some nice butter melting in the pan there. We'll start off, I'm going to soften up our onions, and then we're going to add our mushrooms, our thyme, and salt and pepper, obviously for taste. Well, actually, no, before we're going to add our garlic before we add our mushrooms. I really forgot the garlic. That would have been embarrassing. So, hopefully this turns out okay. Otherwise, I've got toast for the evening. If this turns out looking like slop or something, I've definitely got toast. Hey, I have got some really nice, already sliced up. I've just done that, so you don't have to see me slicing, because I put it through the machine. Some really nice sliced up wild mushrooms that I picked up from my local veg shop. And as they were in, and I have rice in the cupboard, why not? I also bought myself another bottle of Prosecco from up the road, as it was so nice. The other one went really quickly. I've got a little bit left, and I'm going to use that instead of white wine. I've got a wine that I like to drink, and I'm not being funny, I'm not putting that in food. It's far too nice for food. And it's actually a local wine. So that guy, there we go. Butter is starting to sizzle away nicely. So I'm going to start with the onions. I'm going to get those going first. There we go. I need a little bit more actually. Just wait. Oh no, it is going. But I don't want to catch them on fire, and I don't want them all burnt. I'm going to get all that out because I want to use this again in a minute. Right, mix them. Oh, nice. I'm using onions, and silly windows, they always need restarting. I'm using onions instead of shallots because, as I said, I didn't even know I was going to be making this. So, whatever you've got, shallots give it a lovely, nicer, sweeter taste. But if all you've got is white onions, use white onions. No one's going to be critical. Well, I'm certainly not. Right, they're all nicely mixed with the batter. And the good thing about this is you can do this in one pan, even better, less washing up. So I'm just going to make those sweat. I'm not going to pop a lid on and let them sweat away. We're going to do this with a little twist. I haven't got any Parmesan, but what I have got is a beautiful local cheese from Barber that has got a beautiful taste to it. And as we're down in the West Country, I thought it would be appropriate. I'm going to grate some of that up while I'm waiting for my onions. Don't want too much because I don't want to just take away the taste away from the mushrooms, because this is all about the mushrooms. Let's get that right. I'm just going to grate a little bit of this up. I do love Parmesan, But again, I haven't got it to hand. And this is extremely tasty. I can hear those onions sweating away nicely. I'm going to add the garlic in a minute and get that going. Give that a nice mix round. Now everything here is a really, really easy dish. It was easy to set up, easy to get ready. I was going to go all out there, seeing as I was using Prosecco, I was going to get some truffle oil, but I actually sort of didn't leave my house today. I got tidying instead. The housework chores became over. Never mind. I'm sure this will hopefully be as nice without it. Fingers crossed. As I said, otherwise we've got toast. Oh, they're doing lovely. I'm just going to pop that on for a minute. Oh, guys, I want really, right, this works for me. Right, forget the onion goggles. Forget all that malarkey. If you have an extractor fan at home and you're chopping onions, right, what I like to do, obviously, I'm a bit lazy. I tend to use one of my little blitzies or my KitchenAid to chop the onions. Once they're chopped, stick them under the extractor fan, and you will minimise your eyesore. I actually didn't get any, so I'm quite happy with that. Right, that is actually plenty of cheese. So as I said, this is quite a lovely, strong cheddar from Barber. So, and as I said, I don't want it completely taking over the flavour from the mushrooms. Alright. Yeah, they look great. Nicely sweated away. Oh, that's lovely. And also then, you don't get that smell back when it hits you in the face. Right, so to that, we're just going to add our garlic. Oh, about, I think it's like 3 or 4 cloves in here. So that can go straight in. Waste not, want not. And give that a mix in with your onions. Again, guys, I've not done that. So if this works, this will be really nice. Because obviously, you can make quite a bit of it and it can be frozen. So you've got it for next time. Just going to leave that about a minute. I'm going to pop my cheese away. Alright, put the cheese to the side, we don't need that. Want our mushrooms. I have some freshly dried thyme. If you've got fresh thyme, even better. But I'm usually just dried. Alright, that's enough. Alright, nice. We've got our onions and garlic in there at the moment. Just get this white. There we are. I'm going to give that another mix round. And then I'm just going to add salt, pepper, some thyme, and our mushrooms. Or your mushrooms, your salt, pepper, or thyme, whichever order. And throw these in. Nicely does it. We'll give that a good mix. And now I'm going to add my salt, pepper, and thyme. And as you know, salt and pepper to your own taste. You know, my mum always accuses me of undersalting. I do that for a reason. She will always add salt. I have actually made her a few dishes at the moment where she hasn't actually added any salt, which is brilliant. That is remarkable. So I'm quite pleased with myself with that. Alright, as we're using dried thyme, you want to keep as much stalk out of it as possible because that's just not nice to eat for anyone. Again, I'm going to put the lid back on. It helps keep the heat in, and also it will help the sweat. As I said, guys, the time in that is your own flavour. I personally love lots of black pepper. Some people may not like black pepper. I can like a little bit of it. So you're making it. Do it to your own taste. All right. I'm just going to grab some new stuff. There we are. I'm going to give that a nice little mix round now. See, I just fly everything everywhere. It's just smelling really nice at the moment. So this is a lovely Sunday evening meal. While I sit down and have a little on Netflix. Unless anyone's got any recommendations for me for tonight, I'd love to hear them. I'd like to give anything a go. I did watch Havoc the other night. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, definitely like that. That was a good film. Alright. So guys, I'm just going to cover this. We're just going to let that soak and absorb. While I do a little tidying up. I'll put these away. Oh, I've got my bowl. It's all good. There we are. Oh, I got it everywhere. There we go. It's like tea, loose tea. You open that packet and poof! There we go. Right. Anyone got anything planned special for tomorrow? Going anywhere? Visiting anyone? I've had a lovely offer. We taking out tomorrow, which is really nice. Also, I gotta get my couple of braids put back in. I actually use two different packs of hair for my hair at the moment. One of them is really good with the Expressions hair, which you can buy that on Amazon, which is the red one. And the other one was the blonde one, you can just see there. It's very, very slippery and a little bit on the hard side to braid. So I'm not surprised. We put that at the back. And a couple of certainly come out. But no problem, we're just going to replace them with red ones. Oh, that's good. It's so good. Alright, I'm just going to give those top mushrooms a little bit longer. And then we get to use more butter. Oh, don't just a little butter. I won't be cooking this with cream. Just for the fat. We are using loads and loads of butter. I do like it with cream, but sometimes it can be a little too rich. It does make it very, very nice though. We do like that. Alright, just going to give that another minute on that. And then we're going to take it off. And we're going to start on the rice. Yeah. You know what? I actually am really enjoying doing these videos. It is actually really good fun. Also, I'm enjoying the fact that I get to sort of play with a bit of editing. And I've learned loads at the moment. Just that improvement, really. And I'm finding that really good fun. So, I'm enjoying sharing with all of you. And even if you're not subscribed, give it a whirl, check out what I'm all about. Have a look through my channel, see what's on there. I'm just going to go to the dishwasher for a minute. I'm still here talking away, so don't worry about it. Yeah. See if anything catches your eye. Maybe something I'm doing quite like and give it a go. But yeah, there are quite a few little categories that I've got on my channel. I really do appreciate feedback. Feedback's always good. Like I say, you can't do anything like this without actually getting a few comments. So, alright. Personally, it's really good because I'm getting to use tricks and tips that I've learned along the way, and I've been shown. Alright, that's it for the mushrooms. That's done. So all we're going to do, we're just going to transfer this into a bowl. I'm going to pop this to the side. And we're going to add some more butter. Alright. Nice. So that can sit in here for a minute. Alright. Alright. Get some more butter out. There we go. Pick up all that beautiful flavour we've got from the mushrooms around. So still cooking in the same pan. I'm going to try all these mushrooms. Oh, they are really full of flavour. It's like the chestnut mushrooms just have so much more flavour than normal white mushrooms. They just transform a dish. And it doesn't seem to matter what you do with white mushrooms, they just don't have any flavour. But the chestnut ones, and wild, well, obviously the wild ones, but the chestnut ones are so lovely. Alright, let's get that melted. While we're waiting for that, in here I've got about 350 grams of rice, about a litre of stock, and about 75ml of wine left. So, right, that's looking good. As we go, I've not done that. I normally anyway would cook rice in the oven with butter, trusty old butter. Not really had many dishes with rice. I do like, I think it's, how do you pronounce it? Abora rice. And I would like to know how to do it myself. So if this comes out all right, I'm well happy. All right, let's go. Coat all our rice with. Then I put it again. Get that off. That cover in butter, and what we want is like a so it goes translucent basically. So here comes the bit apparently everyone messes up, and it is to do with the consistency of the rice. And obviously we don't want to burn the rice. So I'm just making sure that this is all covered with beautiful butter. I'm going to leave it for literally about a minute. Or 4. And then we're going to add our wine. And alright, it's looking good. And I'm going to let that absorb for about 3 or 4 minutes. We'll let that absorb. Once that's absorbed, then we'll start adding the stock, but really, really slowly. Let's clean my mess up a minute here. It's looking really quite pretty. And that mushroom has got my name on it at the moment, so I'm happy with that. Really happy with that. Right, I haven't got any lemons, but I have got lemon juice. Alright, that looks actually alright. Yeah, it's really difficult. I know what the finished product should look like. It's getting there. It's nearly all a little bit translucent. And that is what we want. So you can actually see the difference in there. I was a bit worried if I could tell if I could see it, but yeah, you can actually see the difference where the rice is starting to change. Uh, that's actually good. Visual aid. Visual aids are always good, especially when cooking. That's why I do like cookbooks with pictures in it, and then you sort of have an idea of what you make is going to look like the picture. Excuse me a minute. I'm just got a feel my nose is getting cold. The temperature dropped. Oh. There we go. Oh, there we are. Lovely. But yeah. Oh yeah, that is so much better already. Alright. Yeah, you can hear it, so that's a good sign as well. Alright. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add a couple of bits of lemon juice to that. There we are. And then we are gonna give that a little stir. There we are. And then we are gonna add our prosecco. We don't need, obviously, to add any more salt and pepper because, obviously, all the flavours that we've got are in. Oh, it smells really good, actually. All the flavours are with the mushrooms. So I'm going to leave that for about 4 or 5 minutes and let that rice soak in. Alright. There we are. I've got to stop pinching the mix. It's really, really lovely. The mushrooms are really nice. All I've got left to do is I'm using for the first time as well. I've never used an OXO cube. I normally use like a Knorr or something. And I've just got your basic vegetable stock there. As I said, I'm not adding cream because I actually think this is going to be rich enough as it is with the cheddar cheese and the wild mushrooms themselves. So while that's cooking away, I'm just going to clear the kitchen out once more. Clean as you go, and it doesn't look as bad when you've finished. Because that is the worst. You do all this beautiful cooking, and then, it's like washing up. It's depressing, but you get rid of it as you're going along. It'll make the job a lot more flavourable. And also, it'll get you in the mood for doing it the next time. Alright, that is starting to go. Make sure that's covered. What do I say? If you enjoy doing something, and you can make it more pleasurable the next time round, then you'll enjoy doing it again and again and again. Well, that's my theory anyway. Because you can't do something unless you enjoy it. Excuse me, let's just chuck this in the bin. There we are. Yeah, there's no point. I can't bake cakes in a foul mood. My cake doesn't come out very well. Alright, that's absorbing nice. Let me give that a little. Yeah. So I've got this on a medium heat. So I'm not cooking it too fast because obviously, as I said, I'm a bit worried either about burning the rice or something. And you know what? It actually smells pretty good. I'm really excited about this. Good thing with this, it freezes. So obviously I've made quite a bit. I'm not going to be eating all that tonight. But what I will do is freeze it down and put it in the freezer, and I've got it for next time. Then I can buy my truffle oil and stuff, and that'd be really rich. Very, very enjoyable rich. Right. So I like using timers as well on things like this because it's things like this are. Oh, look at that. It's things like this that you easily forget times on. When it's just like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. 10 minutes here or cooking something for an hour is a lot. Don't need butter. It's a lot easier to remember than when you're just cooking something for 2 or 3 minutes because it's so easy to get distracted. And I am a prime person for that. I'm so excited. So I do like it when I try not to cook things that I really like. A, because then I know I'll go out and I can eat it and enjoy it where I am. And if I prefer to eat something from there, then I really don't cook it at all. But living in the southwest, we haven't got the luxury of Bristol and have lots of places to choose from. Ooh, this is bubbling. All right. I'm going to take that off. And now it's got up to temperature. Alright. That's looking really good. As I said, the only thing I was really worried about is I don't want to make a pile of straw. So I'm going to wait for all of this liquid to absorb. Then we're going to add our stock and then our mushrooms. But we're literally this. It's about a litre of stock here. Well, actually, no, it's not. It's about just 500 ml of stock. We're going to add it slowly because, again, you chuck it all in, you can't take it out, and your dish is ruined. But we do it nice and slow. We're in control. See, I'm trying to do dishes that are a little bit quick on here to do and you get to see the finished product before I actually do my reel. And this is, again, a simple dish. You can pay, I've been places sometimes, it's rice at the end of the day. I don't care. I don't care how much truffle you put, it's still rice. You almost feel like, what am I actually paying for? But when they do it well, there are plenty of places out there that do it extremely well. Like Da Costa, I'm dying to try theirs. It looks absolutely stunning. It is good. But if you go somewhere and it's bad, I say it can put you off for life. Alright. Oh, she's looking good. And it's smelling really good. Good old Prosecco, eh? Right, pop that in. That's going in the recycling. I'm liking this. This is good. And you can almost see like a form of sauce going. Like, cause you normally wash the starch off your rice, but with this, keep it on to help keep your sauce going. And you can really see it. You can really see this sauce is really starting to come together. Oh, yummy. And this is such an easy dish with filling. You know? And it's a nice alternative from having a potato. That's one of the other reasons that I really enjoy it. I really do. The Prosecco and the bubbles are giving it and helping with this sauce even more. It is really, really thickening up nicely. Just looking. Smelling good, looking good. Yeah, I'm happy. Alright. See, I don't know if you can quite see that a minute, guys. See if I can bend you so you can see. I bring you closer. There we are. Alright, as I'm starting, can you see that nice sort of texture that we're getting off of this? It's great. Guys, don't forget, this is just an idea. I don't even know if the correct way. I'm sure somebody will tell me if I'm not. But again, this is such an easy dish. It's all just making sure you just don't flood it, and it's so cheap. It's so cheap. It's such a cheap dish. All right, now that's starting to come together, I'm gonna start adding my stock. That was actually on 4 minutes. That's pretty good. There we are. You can still see. All right. So it's like I'm just gonna add stock a bit at a time. There we are. I'm gonna keep my rice. Moving because again, I am actually really frightened about burning this. I don't think it's gonna burn now. Definitely the rice still needs cooking off more. Clearly. Oh, see, look, I can't even stir correctly and it goes everywhere. Alright, I'm not going to add any more stock for a minute. I'm going to let that do its thing. What it needs to do. Oh, I'm so frightened of drowning this. Really frightened of drowning it. Yeah. But I am really liking how the consistency is looking. And I think I'm going to get loads of portions out of this, which is great. I hate when you do. They make you weigh out, like measure out. I've got an idea. I'm like just guess at the amount. Well, I haven't guessed at the amount. I've guessed at what else goes in it. But I'm always. I hate it when they say they want you to pour this, but you're not going to use it. It's like bread recipes. You always use the amount of water that they say you need because flour is different consistencies and they have different absorption rates. So if you do decide to do bread, stick with the same flour because sometimes when you if you change flours, you might need more or a lot less than what you've got. Yeah, this is coming together quite nice. It's very therapeutic, if you ask me. I should turn my temperature up a wee bit, not much. All right, a little bit more stock, and then I'm gonna leave it Let the rice do what it needs to do. Oh, see what I mean? Oh, I'm so crap. Again, everywhere. Fire everywhere. There we are. Fits back. See, that's what I hate about induction. You've just got no control. Absolutely no control really over the heat. And it annoys me. If I want something off, I'll turn it off myself. I don't need the cooker telling me when things need to go off. Right. And again, I've put this on for another 4 minutes. We're going to let this stop absorb. And then we are going to add our mushrooms and give it a really nice stir. We're going to leave them for a couple of minutes. And then we're going to add our cheese at the last bit. Yeah, if you are going to use, when you use a wine, I always say use a wine that you enjoy. I have got a couple of wines that I solely use only for cooking, but I actually like cooking with them. There's no point in making a meal with a wine you don't like, because you will taste it, and it'll be horrible, and it can ruin your entire meal. You have got this really nice natural sauce going with it. Okay, again, this is where I just think the cream is a bit much. So I'm just going to stick with stock. And obviously I've added wine. I am really liking this so far. Oh, I hope it's okay. I have done that before, only once though, guys. I doubled my recipe. I didn't actually realise that I had, and I actually had doubled my recipe. And wow, it was so salty. And I mean, it was almost like the salt was pulling the moisture out of my face. So won't do that again. Right, this again looking good. See, I only used, where are we? We're on 300, so I've only used literally about 300 ml of stock at the moment. Alright. It's starting to do what everyone says it needs to do, which is good. It's always another good sign when things turn out how they should, but we're still not there yet. I'm going to take this a little bit further, and then I'm going to add my mushrooms, stir them in, one more bit of stock. If there's any room in the mushrooms, they'll take most of the moisture out as well. So, fingers crossed. Alright. Yeah, it's looking really nice and sticky. Well, not sticky, but nice and swollen, I should say. I'm quite pleased about that. And it is smelling really good. So what I'm going to chuck my mushroom mix in now. Have that go through the mushroom. See what moisture, if any, left over. There we go, perfect timing. Alright. And yeah, I'm doing double dip. But it's my dish, and only me be eating it, so I won't worry about it. If you're not doing this for other people, oh, mushroom. Mm. Yeah, so. Oh, look at that. Looking good. So I'm just going to tip our mushroom mix into there. We'll see how much more, if the mushrooms have any room to soak up any leftover moisture. I'll make sure it goes really through. Yeah, I'm going to need a little bit more liquid already. I can feel it in the spatula. Oh, wow, this looks good. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, please taste as good as you're smelling at the moment, because I am loving this. Alright. Alright, so we're just going to add a little bit more. Again, if you don't want to oversaturate, so I'm just going to add probably about 50 ml in there. Mix that around nicely without shucking it everywhere like I have done. Okay, it is tasting now. It should taste. Again, another good sign. Add a bit more liquid. And work it in with your mushrooms and your rice. And as I said, I like mushrooms is such a good way of absorbing moisture in your food. Especially like you make a spag bowl. Even if you don't like them, just do them up really, really small. That's why you get it in a food processor. It'd be really nice. On your little blitzer. Alright, and one more. So yeah, we've actually there we go. That'll do. Yeah, use them in your blitzer and then chuck them into your spag bog. Get it on chili con carne, and that will absorb a lot more of the moisture from your meat without losing it down to waiting for it to reduce down. Alright. It's looking really good. Oh, why have I not done this before? Oh, for God's sake! I told you I'm so terrible with it. There they are. Just goes everywhere. Well, at least I get to try it and that. Actually just needs a little longer. Just for the rice. Got this everywhere. Alright. I'm useless. Get a bit carried away with that. Alright. I'm really, really, really happy with this. This is coming together really well. I think that is the perfect amount of stock. So I'm going to leave this for another 4 minutes while I go and sort myself out. And I will let you know how it gets on, guys. But if I'm honest, I'm really liking it. So, what's that? Perfect. Alright, like I said, I'm going to leave that for a minute, guys, and let that absorb. I'll be back with a little reel to show you how I get on and let you know if it worked, if it cooked through. As always, guys, I'd like to say thank you for joining me. Thank you for popping in and giving me your time. It is always appreciated. I'm going to show you a nice little view. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm not on my camera on my phone. I would have showed you a nice little view of that. I'm going to bring the cat and bring it over. How's this? Really liking that. I'm sort of liking the velouté look, which is really yummy. So I'm going to sign off. I'm going to leave this to do what it needs to do. I'm really happy with that. I can't wait. I'm really excited. And something else that I enjoy eating and cooking that I can do, I hope I can do myself. I'm hopefully going to do this justice. So, yeah. Very happy with that. I'll see you later, guys. Thanks for joining. Enjoy your Monday. I'm Merriman. We'll see how we get on. So take care and have a lovely weekend. And I'll see you soon. Bye.